Men's champion Michael Chang made a number of unforced errors but eventually defeated Spain's Javier Sanchez with patience to set up an All-American quarter-final. Jennifer Capriati is making history with every step. The youngest woman to play in the French Open is now the youngest to reach the quarter-finals. Capriati's fourth-round opponent, Argentina's Mercedes Paz, was dismissed in just 56 minutes. In golf, Australia's Brett Ogle has had another disappointing final round, this time in the British Masters. He threw away his share of a three-way tie for first place with this putt at the second hole. England's Mark James went ahead with 5 birdies for a 3-shot lead with 5 to play. He missed a birdie putt at the last, but par was enough for his first British Masters title. Back home, and the Socceroos have defeated touring Yugoslav side Hajduk Split. The match was less than a minute old when Paul Trimboli scored Australia's only goal.
First long ball for Graham Arnold. He heads it back. Speculative shot, not a bad one, a goal! That's a goal.
Minutes later, Graham Arnold had the 10,000 spectators on their feet, but the goal was disallowed. Hajduk Split outplayed Australia in almost every area except in front of the goal.
If only it was the World Cup, Richard.
You never know. Thanks very much, Clinton. Let's have a look at the weather now. Mike Bailey.
Good evening. Another cold night on the way for New South Wales tonight. Certainly some fogs about and maybe a few frost patches as well. Chance of rain returning too to coastal areas, but it's been mostly dry through the past 30 hours. In Sydney, mostly sunny, and temperatures today up to 2 above the average, 19 the top for the city in Liverpool, 18 at Richmond. Around New South Wales as a whole, the temperatures generally close to the average for this time of year, with Kempsey the top score at 21 degrees. The lowest overnight, -3 at Perisher. Satellite picture tonight is showing some clouds streaming into the far western parts of the state. It looks like continuing partly cloudy there tomorrow. Not much chance of rain in that region. It's more likely to be along the New South Wales coast. Not much cloud showing up there at the moment, though there is a patch or two out off the coast. Now, the combination of that cloud plus some onshore winds, south to southeasterlies, likely to lead to that cloud producing a shower or two along parts of the coast by later tomorrow. The synoptic chart shows high pressure. This one's a strong one, slow moving as well, and showing some signs of dipping slightly south as it moves across to the east. The prognostic chart for tomorrow shows just that happening. Still a healthy enough ridge along the New South Wales coast, but with the onshore winds, the chance of that shower or two developing. And so to the forecast for the state as a whole. Generally cool, though tending cold in the far south of the state and cold just about everywhere tonight. Some early fog patches in the east and those few showers developing along the coast, mainly the northern half. For the inland, generally sunny with the exception of that southwestern corner where skies are already partly cloudy. Flood warnings continue for the lower Darling River and for the Lachlan. The temperatures through the main centres in New South Wales tomorrow not showing much variation on the levels achieved there today. In Sydney, it's 15 degrees, that's average. The relative humidity 57%, wind is from the south-southeast at 8 kilometres an hour and the pressure rising. Now to the forecast, in Sydney and nearby areas in for a cold night, followed by a cool day with increasing cloud. The chance of a shower developing mainly near the coast. The winds light at first but moderate later. Westerlies getting around to the south and temperatures ranging from 9 to 17 for the city, 7 to 17 at Liverpool and 4 to 17 for Richmond. Seas mostly slight with a 2-metre swell. The further outlook for the Sydney region, isolated showers for Wednesday with tops around 18 degrees. Those showers should be clearing Thursday and temperatures becoming a little milder. Tops of 19 for Thursday and for Friday, which should be fine with northeasterly winds. Good night.
And another quick look at tonight's main stories. Kerry Packer's attempt to regain control of the Nine network has run into trouble with the National Companies and Securities Commission. It's ruled the takeover can't go ahead unless approved by a meeting of Bond Media shareholders. The Beijing University area has been sealed off by security forces after a student protest marking the first anniversary of the crushing of the democracy uprising. And a survey has revealed Sydney beaches are so polluted with sewage that 1 in 4 swimmers is likely to suffer ill effects after taking a dip. And that's the news to this minute. The 7:30 report coming along in just a few moments, and don't forget Four Corners tonight at 8:30. I'll see you tomorrow evening. Till then, good night.
Hello and welcome to the 7:30 report. Tonight, the Beijing massacre. We all recoiled in horror, but 1 year later, what's it all mean? AIDS, as grim reality takes over from the Grim Reaper, we road test the new anti-AIDS commercial, and golden oldies, proof that old football players don't die, they just get bigger and badder.
Rugger, according to Welsh writer Gwyn Thomas, is a distillation of sensuality, rebellion and revivalism. Although the program for this event described it as a day of irrelevance.
That's your pre-match preparation, is it? How many do you have before you go on?
10. We did technically define it as fun and enjoyment, and, well, I suppose it is in some ways.
That later. But first tonight, poker machines. On Friday, Queensland's criminal